live. It said it wasn't connecting, but then it did.
We're here.
Hello. Welcome. We are excited that you're here. I'm Katie.
I'm Laura.
And we are chatting the bedroom tonight. So, pull up a seat, grab a White Claw, and let's get awkward. Let's talk about all the awkward things.
We're ready to feel awkward. Okay.
If you're local, you know Cyrilla's is a place in town that people like to frequent this time of year. Mm-hmm. Don't go there. Don't do it.
Your lady garden will thank you.
Oh, yes. So there's so many things that we talk about on this account that are not beneficial to your body, that are chemical laden, that are toxic, that don't help any part of your hormones, any of those kind of things. So the bedroom is no different. And sometimes I forget that there are certain aspects of our life that are still needing to be cleaned out when it comes to toxins and stuff like that. So we're going to just briefly talk about some things in your house that may still have chemicals in them that you haven't perhaps thought about. And then we're going to jump in to oils and all the helpful things. So, you know, because of oils, that you want to swap out fake perfumes, fake scents, things like that. If you go to Cyrilla's or Walgreens and find something like this, do not do it. Don't go there. So not only, you know,
especially for things going inside.
That's what I was going to say. So, you know, we talk about things going on your skin a lot, on your head, on your bodies, you know, lotions, shampoos, creams. These are going in your body. Don't do that. So these are full of a lot of the same chemicals that we talk about in shampoos and conditioners. They've got, the same kind of irritants. You're talking about really sensitive areas as well. You've got glycerin. You've got the perfumes. I thought I'd left. There's everything. A lot of them are synthetic. So they're things that are going parabens, things that are disruptive to your hormone system, to your estrogen, to all of those things that you don't want to be messing up, especially, you know, if you are considering trying to have a baby at this point. You know, if you're having in the bedroom, trying to procreate, these may not be beneficial for that. And so we would recommend tossing these, ditching these, and perhaps switching to something that's a little less toxic. Some brands that we love, Lola.
Here's Lola.
In fact, Lola is a great tampon as well. Yes. So I know we're not talking any of that stuff tonight, but Lola is a great brand because those are also things that you stick inside
of you. Yes. And you don't want bleach and pesticides going up inside of you.
Mm-mm. Sustain, that's another great brand.
One. I got this one at Whole Foods, and Lola I got online.
Also, condoms, things that I just don't think about. I don't think about things like that sometimes. Like, oh, that might have chemicals in it. Yes, those are, I mean, aside from spermicide, which you could probably guess had some sort of chemicals and things in it, they're going to have talc, glycerin, all those kinds of things as well. Lola is a great brand. Glide, Sustain, L. I have tried that brand before. It's great. So
I use
Richards.
their tampons.
Oh, yeah, I forgot they have tampons. Yes, they do. I've tried them too. I forgot. Is that Target? Mm-hmm. L is a good brand. So there's lots of great brands out there of condoms. One word of warning when it comes to condoms and using oils, though. You need to be very careful for the reason.
So if you use oils with condoms, they can break and crack. So if you're using condoms, you want to get lubricants that are not oil-based. So something like this or aloe vera, I think is another one.
Yeah, a really pure organic aloe vera, and same with that too. So when you're going with lubricants and things like that, you're going to want to go an organic route so that you know that it's not a GMO product or things that are not full of junk that you're trying to ditch. Mm-hmm. So she and I discussed too, both of us are big components of using coconut oil. It's a really simple, just like...
fractionated coconut oil.
Actually, it's regular.
And regular.
So actually,
it melts.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I kind of prefer regular. I mean, it's all TMI tonight, guys. So I prefer regular because you can put it on solid and then it becomes liquid when you need it to be liquid. So those are things to be considering. So if you've ditched a lot of things in your bathroom, you've ditched a lot of things in your kitchen, go to your nightstand or wherever it is that you hide things like that. It might not be the nightstand. I don't know. I'm just saying.
They might not be hidden.
Go check the ingredients on the back. See what's inside. See if it's things that you need to be ditching. So this might be your next great step. So you have what's today? Tuesday. You have like 4 days. Amazon something clean to your house before Sunday, before Valentine's Day. Okay?
It can be a little gift.
There you go.
For your husband.
Wrap it up. Put yourself in a
There you
ribbon,
go, honey.
and wrap yourself up. So that's our first thing is we just want to talk about how these things still have toxins, still have chemicals, and just to be aware of that, okay? So we've ditched them. Let's talk about some great oils and some things that can benefit our body. So we're going to hop right in, and we're going to start off talking. We do want to say a lot of our information is coming from a book called Libido.
Good old
there's
Lucy.
an oil for that. There's a whole group on Facebook you can join. If you're a Young Living member already, they'll just ask you what your number is because they want to make sure people are legit getting into the group. But there's a Facebook group that's super beneficial. You can ask all sorts of awkward questions. They do classes all the time. There's also, we'll say later too when we start talking about recipes, there's great recipes on Pinterest and stuff as well. I normally kind of cross-reference with those. If I find a great one, I look somewhere else to see if they kind of resonate with the same oils. But we're going to talk about a lot of different oils, but there are 3 main ways, even when it comes to bedroom talk, 3 main ways, as in all essential oils, that we use them. So first, diffusing. So when you diffuse essential oils, you can set the tone and set the mood of your bedroom. We have kids, so we would just do it in our bedroom, but you may just set the whole house diffusers. Like the whole house might just be, la la, walk into the house. It is a wonderful smell and aroma.
8 diffusers going.
So you want to set a good mood, a good tone. So you've got, you're setting an aphrodisiac kind of moment, okay? So your brain is in 2 parts, a thinking part, which is your frontal cortex, and a feeling emotional part, which is your limbic, okay? So your limbic is where all your emotions, all your feelings, all of those are taking place, and as well as your impulses. So oils get past the thinking part and straight into the limbic part of your brain so that they are affecting your emotions and your feelings, and all of those molecules are going through the olfactory and starting to affect and stimulate your amygdala. I love that word. Your amygdala, which is the center of your sexual drive. And I say all that random science to say that this is legit things. These are not things that we just make up or things that we just blindly took out of a book or even placebo. It's not placebo libido. It's not just placebo. It's legit stuff. And these are some things that we're going to share too that we have tried ourselves. And so that we know in our marriage, I've been married almost 14 years. She's still
I've been married 2.5 years.
You're a newlywed.
I'm a newlywed.
But things have been, we both tried a lot of these things that we're sharing tonight and know that they are tried and true. Okay. So we're stimulating the hippocampus, which is also where your memory is. So when you're diffusing something, you might even pick something that's super specific to you and your husband. That would be really fun, or partner. But you would pick something that only he would know. So when he walks in the room and smells that thing, that memory will jog. Oh, I know what this smells for. I know what to prep for. There's specific things.
You can pick them out together.
Yeah, that would be really fun to do. Sniff some different oils together and find
Valentine's Day activity.
There you go. So yeah, even finding, that memory, you walk into a room and smell cookies and you fly back to your grandparents or something, like those kind of memories trigger because of your hippocampus. So diffusing, that is your first way, setting the tone, getting the mood set.
And the second way is applying them. And so you want to be careful because these are going around sensitive areas like in between your legs. So you can always test on your forearm, and it's good to dilute. So you can use coconut oil or almond oil, just some kind of carrier oil.
Also, jojoba oil is a really good one.
Yeah.
It's most similar to your skin oil. Your natural skin oils. It's the most similar to that. So jojoba is a great one too.
Which I need to get because I haven't gotten that.
I like that one.
And then you want to be careful of hot oils. You definitely don't want peppermint down there. That would be a big no-no. You don't want any cinnamon or anything like that down there because I'm sure you can.
Should you
understand
accidentally, not
Yes.
that you would how do you accidentally get peppermint? It's happened because, I'm putting peppermint in my diffuser and then you
then you forget that you were doing it.
Yeah, and you, for some reason, don't wash your hands. I don't know. If you did that, grab an oil, like an olive oil, coconut oil, put it on some paper or a toilet paper wipe in the the oils will be pulled into it. Sorry.
And you're good. And so you can put these oils that we're going to talk about, you can put them on your chest, behind your ears, on your inner thighs, on your wrists, and also like your lower abdomen. And you can also, something I've done to like help get in the mood is use certain oils while you're in the moment. And then I've made a roller of those oils so I can like roll that on me before, like throughout the day, so I can get my mind right, get my mindset going. So that's really helped me.
That's cool.
And then the third
base. So we have diffusing, applying, and then ingesting. So, per usual, you've heard us talk about this all the time. If it were not Young Living, we would never recommend ingesting. So there is something called GRAS, generally regarded as safe, GRAS. And so the oils that we're going to talk about tonight are GRAS, generally regarded as safe. So Idaho Blue Spruce and Goldenrod, right now with Young Living, are not given a vitality line, meaning that they're fully ingestible. However, they are. Copaiba, just in the last couple of years, a lot of people use Copaiba for a lot of things. I use it for teething with my kids all the time, straight up in their mouth, vitality. It didn't used to be like a specific vitality line, and now it is. So Idaho Blue Spruce and Goldenrod are both considered ingestible. They just do not have their own vitality line yet. Again, always up to your own discretion. Do it as you feel comfortable. If you don't feel comfortable, don't ingest them. But we will give some recipes at the bottom for people that feel like they want to ingest them in different ways. Then perhaps we might talk about. So if you want to ingest them that way. But we'll also talk about these two oils specifically in a little bit for ingesting. So why would you want to ingest them? It would work directly with your digestive system or systematically through your body to help release toxins. And as you release toxins, that helps regulate your health hormones. And the more that your health hormones and your things are in balance, the more that you are in tip-top shape and ready to go. So, which leads us right into the fact of there are some main issues when it comes to going into the bedroom that we just want to kind of briefly go over that could hinder sexy time.
Yeah, like your libido. So, your libido is often mismatched with your partner, which I'm sure most everyone has experienced.
If not always, then at least just certain times of the day or night.
You're too tired. One person's too tired, or one person was up with the kids all night, or certain medications you're on can hinder that. How your work day went that day. So, some of these oils can help with bringing that libido up. We don't necessarily want to bring the other person's down. We want to bring you up to the same level.
Yeah, which I did not know until I was reading this book that there's even oils that can bring libido down. Like, we don't use those normally, but like monks were using them.
No monks around here. Stop. At least I don't think so.
No. So some issues that you may come across: libido, which we'll talk about, some oils that'll help for that. Prep is so important. I feel like the longer sometimes I'm married, the more that I understand this, especially as you add more children or, life just gets hectic and busy. You want to be prepared and kind of set a mood, whether that's with the diffuser or having your oils on throughout the day to kind of get you in the right mindset. But for women especially, the more that you are ready and prepped, the better that you are foregoing later, So a couple like quick checklist things that you can think about to see if you can kind of get yourself ready throughout the day. Does makeup help you? Does feeling nicer? Does getting yourself like a new outfit or new lingerie or something that you feel sexy in or that you feel better about in, even during the day, if that's like a new bra or a new shirt that you like feel more confident during the day, and that'll lead into the bedroom later. A shower, a nap. Just need to put the nap one in, and it's true. Naps are so helpful, especially for moms that are up a lot. Shaving, if that's your thing, if that makes you feel better. A special soap or lotion or oil that you put on, like I said, that would remind you throughout the day, or that would encourage you throughout the day. Diffusing a certain type of blend that can trigger you or create some anticipation in you. If it's important enough that you all, or not important enough, but like if it's something that you all need to schedule, there's no harm in scheduling. If it's something that you need to, as a female, need to know, okay, this is a good time for us to be able to do that. If your life is really busy, then do that. Whatever it is that gets you best prepared. Like I said, buy yourself something maybe nice. Text texting, a little text foreplay. Delete is very important. Delete
Text
is
and delete.
very important. That you need to do that. There's no need to explain that. Everyone knows. But yeah, just some kind of prep throughout the day that gets you in the right mindset. It generally doesn't take the men as long. So find something that helps you and get in the zone. So tip number 2, prep.
Yeah.
3.
And so hormones. Hormones play a big role in libido. And Young Living has some hormone balancing oils. We're just going to skim over these.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. So.
There's Progestins Plus, there's Lady Sclerol, and Sclerescence. I've used Sclerescence when I'm on my period.
Yeah, a lot of these are great for like women's cycle stuff too.
And you can talk about Progestins too.
Yeah, we'll cover that okay. And then I'll come back to it.
There's Dragon Time, which that's one that is on my list to order. And then Endoflex, which I have a roller ball on that one actually. Mm-hmm. And I roll it over my neck, like where your thyroid is, to help your endocrine system.
It's great thyroid support.
Which directly affects your hormones.
Mm-hmm. I was going to say Progestins Plus, huge. Like, we're not going to get into all of these different hormones because we could teach a whole class just on hormones. Mm-hmm. But as far as like getting your hormones in balance, these are great ones to research and look into. I started Progestins literally last week, and I could not say enough things about it. Literally night and day from starting last week. I was just super down. Like, mentally, I was really off. And which could be lack of sleep, could be that, but my hormones, I had just started my period back after having almost 2 years with my newborn. I was just way off, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll just go ahead and start Progestins. I've talked about it. Literally the next day, I started it at night because they suggest starting it at night. It does have wild yam cream. It is estrogen. It's not specifically an oil. It's more of a supplement. I started at night. I had the best, like I thought I was even sleeping well. I had the best night of sleep, like 3 or 4 nights in a row. And my mood was better throughout the day. And then this week I started taking it in the morning as well. So I do morning and evening on like a fatty area of your, like a, what is that? It's porous area. So like arm, neck, abdomen, legs, thighs. I just kind of rotate it every day, but I'm going to do it every day, and I feel legit difference. I feel like I have more patience with my kids. I feel like my mindset is better. It's not just placebo. There's legit hormone issues that I was having, which made sense. I had a baby. So, Progestins Plus.
Look into that.
You get it done. So, okay, we talked about why you should ditch and switch, what to do with them, diffuse them, apply them, ingest them if you want to. Some issues that might come up in the bedroom. Now we're going to talk about the oils. Woo-hoo! Okay, so for her, oils for her. Here we go. So the main VitaFlex point, that's a specific point in your body that you can apply oils to benefit it most. So your reproductive system is the right outer ankle, your ankle on the outside of your right foot. So if you want to apply these to your ankle, you can, but like Laura said earlier, put them on the back of your neck, put it on your wrist. There's all kinds of places you can put them. You don't have to put it. It's still going to get through the cells in your body. It's still going to get into your system. But if you want to directly go towards your reproductive system, the outside of your right ankle is great. And we'll talk in a second. The boys is the left ankle. But if you put on your left ankle, it's not like you're going to like grow facial hair or something. Okay, it's not like that.
You will turn into a man.
Testosterone will flow. No. So that's one I just wanted you to know about. Ylang. This one is my jam. This is one I legit can tell a difference when I put it on before sexy time. So
same for me.
I make a roller. Yeah, I use a roller, and we talked earlier, you can put it on the inside of your legs. They, in the book, suggest going from like your knee all the way up to your panty line. So going that area, I like to like put it on and then leave it, for 20 minutes or so, and then whatever. But I legit noticed that it's a powerful aphrodisiac is what they call it, and it is legit. So it's great joy, anticipation. It increases libido. Generally, men respond to it really well. It's calming. It actually affects your blood pressure, which is fantastic. But yeah, diffusing it is also a great way to kind of set the mood. It's a really floral one, which honestly I did not used to like, and now I've come to really love it. And so I think where I've used it specifically for, or not specifically for, but I do use it with that time in the bedroom, I kind of have a memory with that now. So
And mixed with citrus, it's really good.
Yes, a floral and a citrus, which the roller that we're giving away at the end has ylang as well as orange in it and a couple other ones, but those work really well together. Cypress is a tree oil. It works great for men and women but for the same reason, because it increases blood flow and circulation, which both are fantastic in the bed. So these blend really well with citruses as well, and they also do really well with florals. So Cypress is a fantastic one to have in your blend, his blend. You can put it between your thighs, his and hers, whose ever. And it's a great tree oil. It's a good base, to add a lot of different things to. Clary Sage is another fantastic one. I used it during labor, but also great for PMS, but fantastic for your hormones. Specifically, they were talking in the book too about women 40 and over really love Clary Sage, but it just helps with the mood. It helps with your estrogen level, which if you think about it, when your estrogen is high, that's when you are ovulating. So it's when you want to procreate. It's when you have your most fertility, when you would want to have sex the most. And so it makes sense that if your estrogen is higher with Clary Sage, then you'd more likely to be in the mood. So Clary Sage is excellent for that as well. Hey, Renee! So Clary Sage is an excellent one to apply. It also helps to lubricate. So I'm just going to throw that out there. It keeps things moving along down there. It can be a little bit herby, if you know what sage is like. Clary Sage is very herby, so it mixes really well with the florals like ylang that we just talked about. Joy, which we'll talk about in a second, you're going to talk about in a second, it's great mixed with that one. Where to apply it? Inner thigh, again, that's a really big go-to one. You can also do a drop daily on your forearms, when your wrist, your Vitaflex point we talked about on the outer right side of your ankle, back, neck, all the general places we talked about.
Clary Sage, you want to be careful of when you're pregnant.
Yes, good thing to note. She's a doula, she would know.
But yes, we use that to induce labor.
Yes, so if you're pregnant, don't use that one. But it is fantastic. But like you said, it helps with estrogen levels, which help everything else in the bedroom. So, some other great oils.
Joy. You have it? Mm-hmm. Oh, I love Joy. This is one that I use in a roller to get myself in the mood and the right mindset. Mm-hmm. It's also floral, so you can add. I love to put it with orange or bergamot, are my two favorites. It can also be
No, sorry, go ahead.
It can also be applied on your inner thighs, or if you just want to smell it or diffuse it.
I forgot I had a quick story I can share about them. So I used to not like Joy at all. It came in the starter kit that I got 6 years ago, and it doesn't come in starter kits anymore. But I had it, and I didn't want to waste it because I'm one of those thrifty people. I'm like, I'll use it for something. So I pulled it out to use in a Shea body butter when I had my second child. And I was like, I'll just put it on at night. It's too florally for me, but I'll use it after I get out of the shower at nighttime. And I just had my daughter, so I was postpartum. And it wasn't until probably the third or fourth night that I was like, I feel happier. And I'm like, that's weird. Wonder what that's about. I guess my hormones are different or something. It was the joy. It was the joy in my heart. It was literally the joy I was putting in my shea butter at night. And it was helping my postpartum. I was dealing with some postpartum depression, not intensely, but I was definitely have some postpartum issues. And Joy was legit helping. So, again, another shout out for the estrogen level hormone helping goodness vibes that comes from it. Sorry.
Yay.
Joy, it's good.
And then Sensation is one that I use. I love Sensation. It kind of smells florally like Joy.
It's a milder version of Joy. So if Joy is too floral for you, I feel like it's a good one.
It's also in a roller that I use. You can also use it in between your thighs or between your thighs. Just make sure that you dilute it. But it is safe for down there.
Down there, she means.
Down there. It has a warming sensation. That is much better to use than...
Ditch that.
I had a not good experience with that.
Switch to this.
And then Valor, which can help if you're having anxiety over that time, or if you need to feel a little more courageous about trying some new things. Valor's good. I use Valor all the time.
Not just for
sun up to
September.
sundown.
I love it.
And then orange, I mentioned as a citrus that you can mix with some of these. But it's just a happy oil. I always feel happier and brighter after I sniff it.
It's a good one. I like it a lot.
And then, orange can help increase the glutathione levels, which according to Kara, is necessary for a solid popsicleness down there.
If you need a
For
solid,
him.
If you need a solid popsicle, get some orange. Now we are segueing into oils for him. On that note,
You can tell him that too. You're gonna help him have a solid popsicleness.
The book, there's so many ways that it describes. It's like soldier, popsicle. I'm like, how many different ways can you discuss that? I didn't know there were so many ways. Love stones, y'all. If you didn't know, I never had the talk about sex until I was in college. In fact, my college roommate that is currently watching is the one that explained sex to me. So shout out to my friend Minnie right now. So this is like big steps for me to be discussing this, guys. I've come a long way. Okay, for the fellas. Okay, let's talk. So VitaFlex point for them is the outer left ankle. Like I said, if you accidentally put on the right, it's not like they're going to start growing boobs or something. It's not like that. But it's just saying it directly goes to the limbic or to their reproductive area. Cypress, like we mentioned above, excellent one for guys and for girls. It increases heat or circulation throughout your body, which is things that you want. Orange, like she said, over your liver, helps with the glutathione. Thank you. So, orange is great. Idaho Blue Spruce, which just came back in stock last week. I pointed it out to you all if you wanted to get it before Valentine's Day. It is a fantastic one as a lube. It has a bit of a warming effect. So you could do, it helps you to the guys stay supported firmer longer.
Let me say something real quick now that you said that.
Okay.
Idaho Blue Spruce for the guy. Sensation for the girl. I've learned that.
Mixed or both on each
from
of
multiple sources that this is not a friend of men.
Okay. Good to know. Now you've heard. We mentioned earlier that Idaho Blue Spruce and Goldenrod, which is the next one I'm speaking about, are grass, generally regarded as safe for consumption, even though they are not part of the specific vitality line of Young Living. Again, do at your own discretion, whatever you feel comfortable with. But you could create your own hexagon pill. I didn't know that the Viagra pills were hexagon blue. I didn't know that. But apparently a hexagon blue pill, this is your substitute, okay? So you could use Idaho Blue Spruce, 3 to 8 drops in a capsule to help boost testosterone. So you could take it for about 2 weeks or so, 20 minutes, or you can do in a capsule about 20 minutes before you hit the bedroom or wherever it is that you might be having that take place. It's great with ylang, as far as pairing if the girl is wearing ylang and the guy is using Idaho Blue Spruce. Goldenrod, the name explains it. It is helpful to create a golden rod. Dun, dun, dun. Also aids in circulation, fantastic, great for the urinary tract, so thinking UTIs or whatever. But they did a study that could not be published, but they did a study on how it helps with circulation. It helps with deflated and deflation issues. So it's excellent for that. You can put 1 to 3 drops in a capsule with olive oil, a veggie capsule that they sell from Young Living, are super cheap. You can do it a veggie capsule. You can do them both together, your form of a little pill. And you can use Idaho Blue Spruce and Goldenrod with some olive oil in a pill about 20 minutes before, or to boost testosterone, take it a couple weeks straight to help boost the levels. I actually know someone that is trying both of those right now to boost testosterone levels instead of doing a shot. So they're testing that out. I'm interested to see the results on that. Nutmeg, good for him and for her. We didn't discuss it with her, but I have heard through the grapevine that nutmeg for her, diluted, because it can be a little bit of a warming oil, is fireworks down there. Just saying. So we added a drop or 2 to our roller for you guys. But for men, also fantastic. It is a blood pumping must-have. It's an aphrodisiac. Nutmeg, if you think of like the warm, Christmassy smells, it's an aphrodisiac, and that way just happiness. It's great for sexual energy. Some feel really wired. after diffusing it and using it. And so depending on your body's chemistry, so just be careful. Some people actually equated it to like a caffeine kick, which I thought was really interesting. But because of this, keep it simple. Don't go excessive with it. Just keep a like drop or two. Just keep it real simple. Don't go like putting 8 drops down there. It's great for this fancy word, science. We're going to institute some science here. Vasodilation. Vaso equals blood. Dilation equals bigger. Blood bigger. I'll let your mind take you the rest of the way. Nutmeg, that's what we're talking about. So how? Over your belly, inner thighs again. That seems to be the big go-to place. You can diffuse it. 1 or 2 drops, it's a pretty strong oil. So like we said, so 1 to 2 drops even diffused is plenty. Dilute it. It is a little bit hotter than other oils, so you want to dilute it really well. And you can also take this one internally, 1 to 2 drops in a capsule. So a couple other guy oils before we wrap up here.
Mister, which I don't think we have here.
No.
But it can be great for low libido in men. And women like it too because it can help with their hot flashes and their mood swings, which, you know, we all
We're
got
not there
those.
yet. Well, I was going to say
Well,
we're not there yet.
we have
but
the
we are
mood
kinda-
swings.
Yes.
I sometimes do have hot flashes when I'm PMSing.
That's true, actually. I do too sometimes.
And then, also because women do need testosterone, not just men.
Yep.
And sometimes those levels can be off. And once again, you can put it on your ankles, on your abdomen, and for prostate performance.
Mister for the mister.
Mister is for the mister. Oh, and as cologne.
A lot
Which
of these
is
that
always
we're
fun for the
making,
guys.
Like they're great for the bedroom and for like sexy time, but also they're great as like oils or as, like we said earlier, diffused. Topically, there's so many different ways you
Which
can use
cologne is always fun because I always think of like rollers for me, but not always for the guys.
it. Yeah, great ditch and switch for the guys is to like kick curve to the curb.
And then Hong Kui, which I also don't have, but I want to order now because it's in the Cypress family, and I love Cypress.
Any tree oils are great for men.
It's liquid confidence in a bottle, and it's the highest sesquiterpene. I think I said that right.
You did.
Of any Young Living oil.
Which I didn't know that till I was researching.
I know, I didn't know that either.
That's pretty good.
And then
That also means, in case you're unfamiliar with sexoterpenes, there's a whole science to it, but it normally means it lasts a little longer too, like on your skin and the smell of it. Like frankincense is like a resin that's going to stay on your skin for a long time, whereas orange kind of dissipates pretty quickly. But yeah,
it's strong. It can oxygenate the blood and opens the mind, and can also be used for cologne. And then Young Living Shutran oil, which is the first oil designed to catch a lady's attention.
I thought that was really interesting. Puts out the pheromones.
The pheromones, which are airborne chemicals that have physical and emotional effects on the opposite gender. So when we smell these things, we're like, oh, I be liking you.
But Young Living has a whole Shutran line. Like, you got the aftershave.
The beard oil, I think it is. I haven't smelled the...
We've used the
Straight
soap.
oil.
There's like body soap. There's lotion. There's all kinds of stuff. There's a whole line of Shutran, which is really, really cool.
Yeah, so the woman's hypothalamus is activated when she smells these pheromones. And...
So while it's for men, it is actually for women as well.
Yeah, it's for the both of you. To help you work better together. Literally. And Shutran also has a lot of Idaho blue spruce and hinoki, which is like the Hong Kui. And behind ears, down there for him,
Say it.
the shaft.
I
On
put
the
that
shaft,
in the note. She's like, I'm
people.
not going to say that.
You
have to.
I drank half my White Claw, so I'll say it.
So funny.
You can diffuse it and cologne once again.
Okay, so those are the big oils. We kind of covered the whole spectrum. I have some screenshots that I'm going to put in the comments for you guys of actual recipes that we can use, and they go from diffusing to rollers to...
I use these too.
Oh yeah, those are fun.
Like if you make your own lube or whatever.
You can use
Their little
massage oil on
serum.
that, like put on their back, massage it
Yeah,
in.
it's good for massaging.
Those are great. There's also some recipes for edible type of things. because that's another thing you may not think about when you buy edible items. Like
Orange could be good for that.
Orange is, I was gonna say orange is great for that, and there's some recipes that are great for that too. So we're just gonna post some recipes of those instead of fully discussing that, because we've discussed the oils and why they would be good for that. But we're gonna post the recipes for how you may want to do it. And again, when you are using carrier oils or like aloe vera, things like that you're gonna be buying to make these different blends and different stuff, make sure you're doing organic so that you don't have, like, if you're ditching and switching this stuff and tossing in the trash, make sure that you're getting high quality ingredients that you're actually switching.
And also
into.
don't forget, if you're using condoms, don't use oils with them if you're wanting to prevent pregnancy,
because it can be more likely to break. So
baby be making its way through.
Yeah. So use lube and that sort of thing that go with the safe condoms. Okay. So clean condoms, clean lube. Okay. Yeah. So did we cover it all? So tell us something, anything. Comment. If you don't want to be personal, you don't have to be personal. It doesn't have to be weird. You don't have to give us any position recommendations or anything. Just tell us something. Something you learned, something you found interesting.
Or maybe an oil that you've used before that you like.
Yeah, any recommendations we will also take. But I have a his and hers.
Your favorite White Claw
We'll take that too.
flavor.
Mango and lime are mine. But we have a his and hers blend that we made for you guys, and we're going to pick somebody. Yeah, they smell amazing. So we literally just sat here together before the class tonight and made our own brand new one. So hers has joy, orange, ylang, cypress, valor, and nutmeg. All some really great ones that we told you about. And then his has goldenrod, Idaho blue spruce, black pepper, cypress, northern lights black spruce, and orange. So fantastic tree oils, fantastic warming oil. We didn't talk about black pepper. Black pepper is a warming oil. You don't need a lot of it, kind of like nutmeg, but it is like when applied, it's kind of warm on the skin, which is great for a massage oil, great for kind of mood setting. But we will pick somebody from the comments to send these off, and I will do that tomorrow or drop them off if you are local, so that you can hopefully get those. Barring any like ice storm, which could be happening in the morning, I will get them to the post office as soon as I can. But I'd like for you to have them in hand for Valentine's this weekend. But we love talking to you guys. Make sure you are using chemical-free, toxin-free items in the bedroom. Let that be your next ditch and switch.
Thanks for watching us be awkward.
Thanks for being a part of it. We had fun. All right. Good night, friends.
Good night.